Yo, what's going on, everybody? Back for this Saturday slate. In this video, we're going to look at the early slate. It's a 6-game slate starting at 4 o'clock. Let's get right into it. Please like and subscribe before we get started. So today, I feel really good about paying up for the bats. I feel like I want to make them my priority over the pitchers. On this slate, when Matthew Boyd is the most expensive pitcher and he's over $10,000, I feel pretty good about paying down on pitching. Just because we have some incredible spots here for the bats, like all the Dodgers lefties against Tyler Mahle. Yesterday on FanDuel, played all 4 Dodgers players because they were all incredibly cheap. That stack was very easy to fit. Went with Muncy, was like $2,800 on FanDuel. He was like $5,000 on DraftKings, so the pricing was so drastic. So Muncy was really cheap on FanDuel. So was Seager, was like $2,900, and Peterson was $31, and then played Bellinger too. All 4 went yard. And Mahle is another guy that really struggles against lefties. And in this ballpark, the Dodgers have so much power. They get a huge ballpark upgrade. And then I really love all the lefties against Dakota Hudson from the Rangers. So we'll look at some of the numbers here for the for the bats and why I like them. Dakota Hudson, starting off with him, he's been absolutely destroyed by left-handed bats. He's given up a .388 batting average to lefties and a .729 slugging percentage. Both are incredibly terrible, obviously. The Rangers are loaded with lefties, so they are the perfect team to destroy Hudson some more, with having like 6 or 7 lefties in the lineup with like Chu, Mazzara, Gallo, Calhoun, Odor. Probably missed one or 2, but Cabrera's also a switch hitter, and Ronald Guzman. So they have just loaded with lefties. I won't be surprised if like every single hitter in that lineup is going to be lefties, and if that's the case, then Hudson's going to be in for a very long night. And besides Hudson, Tyler Mahle as well is going to get destroyed here. The Dodgers are also loaded with lefties. All their best hitters are lefties, obviously with Bellinger, Peterson, Seager, and Muncy. And same thing, why I wanted to stack all them up against Descalfani. Want to do the same thing here against Mahle. Mahle's given up a .324 batting average to lefties this season with a .592 slugging. And it's not a small sample size from him either. He's struggled against lefties his entire career. His career numbers against lefties, 368 batters faced, .304 batting average given up, and a .570 slugging percentage. So those are the top 2 teams I like, and then I also like some Cardinals. So that's why I'm going to be paying down at pitching, because of those bats and because we don't have any like guy that I feel really good about paying up, especially after yesterday where DeGrom just got rocked. Top pitchers can get rocked any day of the week too. But the first guy I like is going to be Adam Plutko. He's making his first start of the season. He did pitch last season for the Indians. He was just okay. He was below average last season. Hopefully he stepped his game up this season. But I feel like the Indians, they believe him in a little bit to give him another chance. And this is a good matchup for him against the Orioles. Orioles lineup is not scary at all. And Plutko does have some strikeout stuff. So at $6,800, I'm just looking for him to get me some salary relief and get me about like 15 DraftKings points, and I'll be happy. I think he can get the job done, especially with the Orioles having a pretty low total on this slate. And then I also going to go with Pablo Lopez as a bounce back spot. So Pablo Lopez is actually a decent pitcher. I mean, his ERA is bad because of his last start where he gave up 10 earned runs. That probably like brought his ERA up like 2 runs. But besides that start, he's been pretty good this season. He pitches in Miami. It's a great ballpark to pitch in. Obviously, he has some good strikeout stuff with 42 Ks and 41 innings. He also doesn't walk many guys. He has excellent command with just 11 walks on the season. And he's been good against both lefties and righties. Well, he's actually been better against lefties in allowing power. And that's good in this spot because the Mets do have lefties. Obviously, the Mets just crushed him this last start. But he's human. He's going to have bad games. I expect him to bounce back here. He's kind of been alternating between good starts and bad starts. So he's in for a good start here. But against lefties, he's just given up a .360 slugging percentage against them this season. And like I said, the Mets are loaded with lefties. So Pablo Lopez also has flashed some 20-point upside a couple different times this season. And some tough matchups like against Atlanta, against the Indians, and against the Rockies. So he definitely does have the upside, and he's at a good price tag, and his price tag was up over 8,100 last start. So you're getting about a $1,500 discount from him against the same team. So I think he's in for a bounce back spot. So like I said, going to be going with the Dodgers and Rangers heavily, and the Cardinals. Give me Bellinger starting off at first base. Bellinger hit a home run yesterday, so he's probably going to hit a bunch more lately coming up. He gets another great matchup here against Tyler Mahle. Showed you guys the numbers for Mahle against lefties. He's gotten destroyed against them. Bellinger absolutely crushes right-handed pitching, over 400 batting, well over 400 batting average, hitting like 430 against righties, and he has a well over 400 slugging percentage against them. He also does not strike out very much against righties. He only has 25 Ks this season in 152 at bats. Tons of power, tons of just RBI upside. In this one, I expect the Dodgers to go off once again. At third base, the Cardinal that I really like is going to be Matt Carpenter at 3,900. So Carpenter gets, he's been leading off for the Cardinals the entire season. Did the same thing last season, leading off. Last season, he was bad for the first month, and then he was one of the best hitters in the league for like a 3-month stretch. So he's getting around that time of year where he starts to hit the ball well. As the weather heats up is when Matt Carpenter heats up. And leading off against Ariel Juardo and this Rangers bad bullpen, it's a really good spot for him. The Cardinals have a 6+ implied total on the slate, and their bats are pretty cheap compared to the Dodgers and the Rangers. So Carpenter is going to be one of my favorite plays from the Cardinals side at just 3,900. In the outfield, going to start it off with Joey Gallo. So Gallo is at 5,700. He's been hitting the ball a lot better this season for average. 270 almost his batting average. 13 bombs, 31 RBIs, coming off of a 4-hit game a couple days ago. He's still striking out at an incredible rate, but with him, he's either going to be striking it out or hitting it a long way. That's mainly what you're going to get. He gets like 70% of the time, it's either one of those two things. He has 35 hits on the season, and 22 of which have been doubles or home runs, and the other one was a triple. So out of his 35 hits, 23 have been extra bases. And Hudson is not very good at striking out lefties. He's not a good strikeout pitcher in general. But for a guy like Gallo that strikes out well over like 35%, facing a terrible pitcher to lefties and one that doesn't strike many out is appealing. He only has a 16.8% K rate to lefties this season. So I like Gallo here. He should be able to make some contact and should be able to hit the ball a long way. And he has double dong upside, as we all know. And then I like Jock Peterson. So it's incredible paying up for all these bats, like paying up for Bellinger, Gallo, and Peterson. We still have $4,000 left, so you can still pay up for a couple more bats easily and still get all these stud hitters in there. But Peterson crushes right-handed pitching. With Peterson, you're looking for him to hit it out of the park. He has a ton of power against righties. And even though he doesn't hit for a high average, he can easily make value by going yard once out of his 4 at-bats. And today was a perfect example of the incredible ballpark boost the Dodgers have. Like some of the home runs that they hit early today, it's like Seager and Muncy's home run, and Peterson's home run. They were pretty short. They were like under 390 feet. I'm not sure if they would have gone out in Dodger Stadium, but Great American Ballpark is one of the most home run friendly parks in the league. So Peterson here has an incredible 444 ISO against right-handed pitching and a 677 slugging. Both numbers should go up after his home run today. So I like him a lot at 5,100. That's pretty much it for the video, but you can still load up on these teams. Like I really like Willie Calhoun at 4,600. He's been crushing. Mazzara's also cheap. They just have so many lefties. The Rangers do, like Chu. It's gonna be tough to really prioritize them, but I'm just gonna try to get the ones that have the most power. And Gallo and Peterson. Well, Peterson from the Dodgers side has a ton of power there. But that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You can drop a like if you enjoyed, and you can visit the website if you want to get on board. Thanks for watching, and good luck today.